So first day of the competition, started hunting hard all day, didn't catch anything, and night comes around and I'm excited to try out my new lights. I got a new sponsor, Rigid Industries. I know them as being the best lights in the game, so I'm super excited about trying them out, especially perfect timing. They made sure they got them to me before the competition. I'm lighting up the whole swamp. I can see further than I could ever see. So I'm out there hunting, trying to find some water. I find me some water, and sure enough, with these new Rigid lights, because I can see way further out than I ever could, I spot a python like 200-300 yards, maybe 200 yards out from my truck. I was driving and I seen this thing coming through. I knew it could only be one thing that size. Sure enough, first python of the python bowl for me. Water capture, my favorite. Let's go get this thing. So I let it come up to me, and when it gets maybe about 10 foot out, I rush out to it, grab it, pull it up on the levee, and kind of do my thing where I dance around it and then grab it, bag it up, and keep hunting. I'm trying to, catch as many as I can, and when one's moving, there's usually going to be more moving.
Let's go get a couple more.
So day 2, I still got a lot of fire under my ass. I'm hitting it hard. I hunted all day, hunted all night. Unfortunately, it was a total bust. I didn't remove anything from the swamp except for a whole bunch of trash. Came across a monster-sized python. Got a good-sized one, but it's already dead. You can see where someone killed it. Probably tried to tote it out, but it was too big, and they still wanted that skin, so they tried to peel off the skin and eventually gave up. It was too hard for them. Really a shame that this thing went to waste. I'm not going to let it go to waste, so I grab my tomahawk and I chop its head off, because I know that I can get this skull articulated, just the bones, let everything rot away, and probably sell that as an educational display, or even keep it on my bookshelf at the house. They're, when they're done like that, they're super cool looking. Got me a souvenir. Yeet. I did take a little break from hunting during the day to go turn in my first python that I caught the night before. Where do I bring it? Over here?
She's in charge right here.
I got you. How you doing? Is this where I come to turn in a snake?
Yeah, you got one?
I do, yes ma'am.
Oh wow, you're the first one.
Awesome, love to hear it. And I was very pleased to hear that I was the first python hunter to turn in a python at the check station. So it let me know we're off to a really good start. It's hard to know exactly where you stand in the competition versus the other hunters, because there was no public scoreboard or anything like that. So, it's anyone's game at that point. Day 3 rolls around, and I'm getting a little worried I didn't catch anything the day before, so I'm hitting it extra hard. Nighttime rolls around, and the weather kind of is a little warmer than it's been. It feels good. Sure enough, I think it was around 10 or 11 p.m. on this little kind of back road that cuts between 2 levees, I see a tail just slipping into the sawgrass, and I could tell it was a Burmese python tail. I quickly stop the truck, run out. I'm able to grab the tail as it's finishing slipping into the grass, and I have to wrestle it out. I had to put my phone down. Even one this size, once they get in those thick weeds, it's just pure muscle. right. I actually grabbed a little too far back and it ended up biting me, but hey, that's just one of the hazards of the job, I guess. So glad to have it, and bite and all, I don't care. I just want to get another python in the bag, one more up on the scoreboard, and we did that, so I was happy. So day 4, we actually have a Discovery Channel camera guy joining us, kind of a buddy of ours. His name's Angel, and kind of got to know each other while I worked behind the scenes on Guardians of the Glades. And he came out to get some footage for kind of a documentary they're doing of the python bull itself. Thankfully, we got a python that day, that morning. About 10 a.m. is when we captured it. We were actually sitting there bullshitting, talking. I almost drove right past it. Luckily, I glanced over and it's just stretched out sunning. I'm like, python, python, get ready. That's all I captured that day, unfortunately. But, you know, we're moving along, we're catching snakes. And as long as I can get a python just about every day, I think that'll be enough for me to win the championship. But you never know.
Let's go get another one. Yes, sir.
Day 5 was really uneventful. Didn't catch anything, didn't see anything. And in the middle of the night, my alternator actually died on me. Day 6 of the competition. Didn't catch anything yesterday, and last night at 3 a.m. my alternator died on me. Thank God for Florida Gladesman Nate here. Came out, keeping me in the fight. I work with the Florida Gladesman a lot, and they always stand behind me and make sure I'm out here catching snakes and in action. Came out here and brought me a new alternator and throwing this bad boy in, and hopefully we'll be catching some snakes here soon. I gotta fix my truck, I gotta get rolling and make up for time lost. There's hunters out there catching snakes, and I'm sitting here looking stupid. Now we're on day 7 of being in the swamp, sleeping in the swamp, getting tired, eyes are wore out. I mean, I've been staring at the ground for a week straight, basically. And you know, it's taken its toll on me. But I feel like I'm in the lead, or at least in the running, so I can't give up now. And we keep moving forward. And as I'm cruising one of these roads out in the middle of the Everglades in one of the conservation areas, I have a nice size 7-footer, 8-footer crossing the road right in front of me.
Yes, sir. Finally.
So I, take my time, park my truck, get out. It's starting to get in the vegetation. I grab it, pull it out. As I do, its skin is just coming off in my hands, you know.
Oh, look at this. This thing's shedding. Come on. Ooh. Ooh.
As I'm wrestling with it, trying to get hold of it, because it is kind of hard to grab as all of its skin's coming off, it's just spraying musk and shit everywhere. It's nasty. Just dumps a pile on the road all over me. But hey, that smells like money to me. I'm happy. It smells like a 4-wheeler. So we're gonna get it in the bag and keep it moving. Unfortunately, that was the only one I caught that night, but still, it's another snake in the bag, and we're happy about it.
Smells like money. Yes, sir.
Day 8, we got Discovery Channel camera guy Angel coming back with us. Not having much luck, not really seeing anything, and I decide to get back over to where, kind of in the area where I caught the python that first night, where it has more water for them to travel and hunt. We get over there, and sure enough, there's a big dark python in the water. I'd say a good 8-9 foot.
Look at this thing. It don't even care we're here. Looks like it's starting to go in defense mode a little bit. Yeah, it is. It's cold. Yes, sir. Nope, it's trying to get me. Look at it fighting itself.
You got to be careful when the water gets murky like this. I'm gonna get out of here. If I was to let go of this snake and it gets in that murky water, it's gone.
Most of the time when you grab these snakes, they're coming right at you, you know what I mean? But here and there you get a snake that's a little chilly or whatever, and it just doesn't have the energy to fight. This thing at first didn't, and I commented on it, and it just sprung to life. Started coming at me, started striking at me and everything like that. Worked it out of the water, up on the levee where I can work with it a little bit easier, shoot for it and grab its head. Got it in a bag, and we got some cool footage, and we were stoked on that.
Look what we got, boys. This is number 5, putting us in the lead. We're gonna wait to post about this one. Oh yeah, there's the good stuff. Smells like money. All right.
So from there, the night is not over. My freaking truck breaks down again, wouldn't you know it. My new rigid lights are actually so powerful, they fry my battery. Thankfully, they didn't fry the alternator again.
Those rigids don't play. Burn the post right out of the battery. We're sitting out here dark as hell.
I have, you know, a whole mess to deal with. I had to rewire all my lights to the battery in a different way, ground them to the truck. I had to work on my truck and get it out of limp mode, and we had to just kind of coast the whole night. Didn't catch anything else, but you know, it added a little drama to the story, I guess. Second to last day of the competition. Out here still hunting, still trying to catch whatever I can. I believe I'm in the lead right now. Everyone else thinks I'm tied at 4 pythons. I caught my 5th one last night, reported it to the state, but I didn't tell any of the other hunters. I didn't post it to my Instagram story, so we're kind of keeping it in our back pocket for now. I have no idea what the other hunters have caught, who's in the lead, who has what, nothing like that. So I'm just trying to hit it as hard as I can. And I did catch one that morning, caught it kind of out in the bushes, dragged it out, wrestled with it. Got the ball in the trees right now. I'm gonna have to let go of it and try to shoot for that head. And I decided to kind of keep it in my pocket. I don't really want to tell anyone about it. I don't want them knowing what I got, and just like I don't know what they got, I'm usually a little more public because of my Instagram and everything, so I don't post that one, I don't talk about it, nothing like that.
Yes, sir. One closer to that 4-wheeler.
Final day of the competition. A lot of the hunters are calling it quits, stuff like that. I know I got to keep pushing through, and I caught 2 that morning.
Just followed this snake down from the levee. It's just cruising. Just kind of cool to watch it move along. Just got sun, warmed up, and now it's heading back to wherever its hole is. Kind of looks like it uses this path to the water. Go ahead and catch this thing.
Ooh, this thing is hot. Really warm.
Sir. You got it. Last day of the competition. I needed this one. Just dropped off. Caveman. He's gonna be sorry to hear.
And then maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes after that, another one I see halfway sunning, and I was able to get that as well. Sir. Oh, it's dumping. At that point, I'm feeling real good about it. I feel like I possibly got this competition won, but when I go to turn in the snakes, I hear about Donna having possibly 8 and caught 2 that morning, which I had a total of 8 snakes. That would put her up at 10, and I'm not feeling so confident. But, you know, we'll find out in a week's time, which for me was a struggle to wait that whole week and find out, did I win? You know, did someone else win? What's going on?
All right, let's go cash these babies in. Yeah.
So that week of waiting to go to the awards ceremony and find out who actually won might have been even harder than the competition itself. But really, you know, win or lose, I was happy with how the competition went. Man, I gave it my all. I did what I said I was going to do. If it wasn't enough, then I got bested. You know, it's really anyone's game. Whatever it is, it is.
I'm very pleased to announce the grand prize in the pro category for the most number of pythons caught by a pro. 10% of all the pythons caught in this contest. 8 pythons, and that goes to Mike Kimmel.
Thankfully, I did win. Thankfully, we did bring the 4-wheeler home and, you know, got the championship belt. It was an awesome experience and something I'm more proud of giving it my all and not giving up rather than even winning. But it was awesome for sure.
Here she is. The old 2020 Python mobile, son.
Really helps me around the ranch, feeding the hogs, dragging hogs out if I have to sell one, getting around, moving trailers, you know, moving my boat, different things like that. It's crucial. I got 5 acres I gotta do all kind of work around, and this thing makes my life a lot easier. Not only that, but I'm gonna rig it up, make something custom here on the back where I can tether my dogs to it and tote them around, start using it in the field, because I'm tired of carrying dogs around. I'm tired of dragging hogs out. I want to start using that thing, and we're gonna start doing it.